I just hit the go live button, so.
Okay.
Hey, I'm live.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Am I over here on this side?
Yeah, that'll be good. And then because of the new set, we have enough room that I can stand behind the board.
I can't see the screen at all. Those lights are so bright.
They're too bright?
Those are really bright. I can't see anything.
I've seen some comments.
Are the comments about how I can't read the comments?
That it looks like the light's blinding.
It's blinding. It is most definitely. Yeah.
Is that better?
No.
Is that
Oh
better?
my gosh. Are you changing it?
Yes. Is that better?
Oh, touchscreen. Yay. Okay. I think maybe my eyes are getting used to it now.
Yeah.
There we go.
I know the light's kind of blinding, but it's nice to have the two studio lights, isn't it? Then you got even lighting and
Why is somebody laughing about my awesome jersey?
they could still win.
It's awesome. Don't be jealous.
I should have put a Thrashers logo up there instead of Jets.
Oh, people would have meltdowns.
People would have been so happy. The internet would have been
People are
like, that's so funny.
How would Shannon get drunk on Diet Coke? That'd be a special skill right there.
Yeah, no, I don't drink. Especially there's 4 games tonight. I don't have the energy for that.
Can you imagine?
That would suck. Trying to take notes while you've been drinking. Certainly wouldn't be a straight line. I'm gonna keep it so half my face is in the live stream. That'll make for a funny thumbnail after it's done.
There you go.
Or I could just lean in like this. Make it look like I'm spying on my own live stream.
When does it start?
3:30. It's on Sportsnet. 3:30 my time, which is Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. It is, as I said, on Sportsnet. I think they're carrying it live online too.
Not fun.
Oh, you got your gritty cup.
Yeah, because that's great. Detroit deserves this in so many ways.
Detroit's number 8, so if they win it, they go straight to number 1 or number 2. Just 2 picks being taken this week or this year. This week, like they have the weekly draft lotteries. Well, he didn't like last week, so here's another one. Oh, so they got the trampoline taken apart?
Yeah, did you see it? It's pieces.
That's fine.
I know. He was like, well, are you okay with it? I don't care. Whatever
fine.
It takes.
It's fine.
It's like, well, I've done the where we tie it to the top. I don't care. However you get it there.
Nope.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
You do your thing.
I was thinking, so you see that Austin Matthews had there? I was thinking that for next year, I could have like little magnets that are just the heads of the most famous player for each team for the reviews. So you could have like Matthews and Crosby, and then everybody would be like,
yes.
Who?
Yes, I am envisioning the comment section of
or I could get really obscure players.
That's what you would do. That would be a Shannon thing to do. Yvonne, you can go through the comments section.
Yeah, you could.
So, Shannon, why should the Canucks care about this draft lottery?
Well, because if they win it, they move up to number 5 or number 6. It's still a good draft. It's supposed to be a good draft. So why not? I didn't wear the bucket hat because I don't have the bucket hat. See, the stool goes through that because I have this at the maximum height for the legs on it. Isn't that great? I'm kind of excited about the new set and the fact that I have room for things.
There, see, I have my seat. Don't you worry.
Do things.
I'm really tired and very sore because I have been moving today. We still have people unloading our truck right now.
And then Dandelion gave us a bit of a scare today because she wasn't eating. And when a rabbit's not eating, that's a bad sign. So we took her to the vet. She's okay.
She came home right.
Which means an animal went in the pet carrier and came home.
Yes.
We've had problems with pets going pet carrier. They don't come home. So I was terrified.
Did you see all the kids when I got her in the van this morning?
Yeah.
They were all really worried because, last time didn't come home.
Nope.
Okay. Hope Montreal wins the lottery. Arizona would be nice as well.
Agreed. I won't stand in the board for when they actually start the lottery process. Maybe I should just be way down here.
Wouldn't have something to complain
because I'm going to write the numbers of the actual picks that get pulled when they get pulled. So that way people can be confused.
Children. Shannon, it should go to Boston, rules and policies aside.
I've seen people say, well, what if the Stanley Cup champion got the number 1 draft pick?
Can you imagine?
Would be very unpopular.
Yeah.
That would be because people already complain about who wins the cup anyways for whatever nefarious reasons. And that dates back to the 90s. I remember the first time I heard somebody saying, well, that team won because the NHL wanted it. That dates from a long time ago. That'd be an ugly situation.
people do complain just to complain, I'm pretty sure.
There
you
is
won't
that.
see the cats in the video right now because we do have people unloading a truck right now. And if the cats can hear a voice that's
They're
not
gone.
ours, they will hide.
They're gone.
So they're probably hiding in a
even-
drawer or something
I've
like
made
that.
it so that everything is in this room. I told Bear, nobody's coming in this room. You do not
Yeah, they
need to
must.
hide. And she's gone. I think she's hiding underneath here. Shadow left the room. I'm like, why are you leaving the room to hide? I think he's hiding behind
Yeah, I
her
was going to
bed.
say he might be behind the bed.
Because nobody was coming. I told the cat, it's like they don't speak English or something. I told them, nobody's coming in here. You don't need to leave the room. They nodded as if they understood. I'm starting to think they don't understand.
Yeah, so the kitties will all be hiding. You won't see them unless Pixel decides to come in. But I did shut the door just because
Pixel's kind of
they're
weirded
moving
out
stuff.
too. Pixel's in Adelaide's room, and her eyes are the size of saucers.
Right.
She's weirded out too.
They don't like people. Well, Pixel loves people.
She does, but
Aaron Shadow don't.
with the move and with the number of people and just all the stuff being moved, she doesn't like it. So she's not very happy right now either.
Oh, thank you. I feel exhausted right now, but thank you.
It's
I
better-
have my pretty jersey on though.
It's
so
better
that
to look
does
good
it.
than to feel good, though. Billy Crystal used to say that on that was
I am-
Fernando's
I am
Hideaway
very
on
drained.
Saturday
I
Night Live. That's an old
was carrying a
reference.
lot of boxes up the stairs this morning, and my
I'm
legs
so
felt like
old.
jelly. I was telling the
I'm
mover guys
ridiculously
that
old.
I can tell how out of shape I am.
He could tell how out of shape you were.
No, I was telling them I can tell how out of shape I am.
No,
I'm
because I
way out
usually
of
tell
shape.
you. That was on your Mother's Day card. Happy Mother's
Wait,
Day. I hope you
got
get
a
in
Mother's
shape
Day
soon.
card.
Well, I haven't actually got it to you yet. It's still in.
Okay. Anyways,
I don't know. It was shipped somewhere. I don't know why, because
Shannon.
we live in the same house.
Freak out pitch draft picks based on Stanley Cup droughts.
That
Well,
wouldn't
then
go
there'd
well
be
either.
certain teams that
They would just
yeah.
stockpile picks and still not
Right.
win. I mean, hey, as a Canuck fan, I wouldn't mind that, but
This
still
is
hurt.
a new cat tree.
Yep.
The old cat tree is in the bunny area.
So
upstairs.
new cat tree. I've got a new cat tree by the window on that side of the room as well. And then there's a lot of other new stuff. I've got soundproofing down here that will reduce some of the remaining echo. I've got 200 LED string lights to put around the ceiling as well. And I also
And all
got
the
the weather
boxes to
stripping,
unpack.
for
I need
that
to do
door.
the doors. Yeah.
So yeah, there's
take forever.
so much work still left
It
to be
is.
done.
And we've barely started unpacking.
That's why I've stopped even answering people in the comments like, well, this doesn't sound right and this doesn't.
Oh my
I
gosh, yeah.
I know. I'm still working on it. I mean, I guess I could have pre-recorded a month's worth of videos before we moved, but
That wouldn't have helped pack it all, though, would it?
I probably would have been dehydrated by the end of that.
Everybody
at the best.
assumes Detroit is the go-to destination for trots, but I don't know if Steve wants an older coach.
I think that Winnipeg will be in on him. I'd be kind of surprised if they don't make a pitch for him. I think Philadelphia looks like an honest to goodness decent spot for him because same division. He's already shown he doesn't mind moving within the same division anyways, and it would be a tremendous challenge. When he took on that job with the Islanders, nobody expected anything out of the Islanders. I think he likes the challenge.
Who deserves the pick the most?
Arizona. They did the most work to get it. Arizona's been building towards this pick for a while. And I mean, there's still a good chance they're going to be in on Connor Bedard next year as well. But this is why they stripped everything down.
I'm so happy for slow mode. I know that was really frustrating when they took it away forever ago.
Yay,
and it is very nice that it's back. It makes the chat.
Yeah.
So
the only time
much more
we don't
manageable.
need it is when it's a members and patrons live stream.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Those
a
are chill.
handful of people.
Yeah.
And it's pretty quiet.
Thanks. I like this jersey too.
Everybody likes that jersey.
I know. No,
I finally
that's not
have
true.
it.
Remember, I wore it one live stream and somebody was making stupid comments, and I told them they were just jealous because it's hard to find. I got it before Shannon, so
You
I
did, but I
win.
have one now, so
Now
you
you
can
do.
stop taking the victory lap.
Trust to Florida. Thoughts?
I don't think Burnett's going anywhere. I think for Florida, I think they're quite happy with the job Burnett's done. He seems to have a good bond with the players. I think Florida's fine under Andrew Burnett. Now, if they lost in the first round against the Caps, maybe, but I don't think so.
Appreciate you what you do and all the work that goes into THG YouTube channel. Thanks. Also, love the kitties and bunnies.
We love them too.
we
The bunnies
do
haven't been
too.
in the videos because, again, I'm trying to rabbit proof it
We-
down here. And so until it's rabbit proofed, until all the cords are put away, and until like basically a
need-
rabbit could come down here and just get lost. Jet could come down here and I would completely lose her. There's pictures. There was one you showed me yesterday on the internet.
Oh, the
with
bunny shoe.
Find the rabbit. And there's
Oh,
people
and
take a
little-
picture and the rabbit's in the picture. Find the rabbit. And it is bloody impossible. And it's like, or that one that was a black one, but it was between two black shoes. So it looked like another black shoe.
But I've been posting some pictures, and I did do a video the other day on the TEG. The bunnies have a new area upstairs.
They love
and
that area.
They are very, very, happy bunnies.
Yep,
but they got the cat tree that you were always seeing in the old videos. That's in the bunny area. And I posted a picture.
They binky all the time in there.
They do. They all climb in there, and then it's a cat tree full of bunnies.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hope your move went well. Rooting for Buffalo tonight. Yep, it's hard for me to see. The lights are really bright. For my Rangers, I'm getting those Tampa sweep vibes. I know it's not over, but part of me wants them to lose to make it hurt more. What do you think, Yvonne's husband?
I think, honestly, the Rangers could pull it off tomorrow. They're not going to come back and win the series, I don't think. But it's interesting to me because people are pointing out like, oh, well, Shesterkin. I don't think it's as much Pittsburgh making Shesterkin look bad as it's Pittsburgh coming out with a game plan and executing it to perfection. Like, remember the Stanley Cup final when Vegas was against Washington and Washington figured out how to beat them?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like. They're cross crease passes. They get the goalie moving, and as soon as Igor's moving, he opens up and they go 5-hole. And then it's all tips and deflections. So they're all shots from the point. He can't see the puck coming, and then it gets deflected at the last moment. He has no chance. So Pittsburgh's playing a masterful game right now. It's been impressive.
Who should the Kraken draft if they don't get Shane Wright?
If they were to stay in that third spot, I don't know that Slavkovsky would still be there, but if he is, that's an automatic pick. Slavkovsky to me has vibes of a player who may end up being the steal of the draft.
Any thoughts on Pierre Maguire being let go by Ottawa?
We're going to see him back on TV. I don't know how I feel about that, but he will get hired for television. Not during the playoffs, I wouldn't think, but somebody will hire him. I don't know if it'll be regional, if it'll be national, but somebody will hire him.
Go Avs. Sweep, sweep, sweep.
They did sweep.
Okay. Was saying the same thing on Shesterkin. He plays a little, little taller than some other goalie and is more focused on lateral movement. So he may be a bit more susceptible to 5-hole.
Yep. He only allowed 7 5-hole goals all regular season. He's allowed 6 in the postseason already.
Much love from the Borough. THG Berg. Oh,
Pittsburgh.
Yep. Oh, hey. TG eating spicy pork and broccoli while watching the stream. It's pretty great.
Do you get the reference?
I don't.
Louis Domingue.
Oh,
Louis Domingue.
yes. Okay, yes. I knew
Before he went in the net, in between the
right.
first and second overtime, that's what he ate.
Yes, that's right.
And everybody keeps saying, I don't know that would help me with my energy level. Former goalies have been like, I don't know that I would eat spicy pork and broccoli. They even had all the Sportsnet crew, like they had it on plates in front of them in the studio the next night. And they're like, I don't know that I'd eat this before a game or during a game. Why was he eating it during? Because I'm not going in anyways. So,
well, yeah. Yvonne excited for the Wild tonight. Of course.
Series is tied at 2. It's in mini. So this is why you have home ice advantage.
I know.
That's what it's for.
I hope they do good. Do you guys miss the old house? No.
Nope.
No. Malachi told me he misses the old house. He really likes this house, but he also doesn't like change. I mean, we don't like change either. No. Neither of us are fans of change, but Malachi really, really isn't. So, but no, I like the new house. It'll be really nice when things are unpacked, though.
When it's all organized.
I miss having things unpacked.
When
being able to find my things.
I'm working on organizing it, but it's going to take
time.
I
did find the shampoo though, so that's a bonus.
Did you see I got all the numbered magnets there?
Yeah, you do.
All 32 teams.
Were you organizing them, making sure you could find them all, or
just making sure it's more easily accessible because I get frustrated going through the cases all the time.
Okay.
So that's the start. No, I think I'm going to move them to the vertical board.
Oh,
All right. Who do
that
the
makes
Avs
sense.
want to win, the Wild or the Blues? I would say the Wild. I would say the Wild because the Blues have a lot of depth. They have a Stanley Cup on their resume. I think they'd rather play the Wild. Just personally, that's my thought.
Haven't followed this year's draft prospect as much. If the Canucks stay at 15, who should they go after?
I haven't got into that kind of depth in this year's draft. Once we're through the first round, especially once this is done, I'm going to be doing draft profiles. All the information I get through hockeyprospect.com, through Elite Prospects. I also go through Sportsnet, TSN, and cobble all that together, and then I'll come up with where I think everybody's going to be drafting. And this is where it gets really fun. So once the first round's done, it does free up a lot of time for me. Honestly, with the way things are done in this house, it's going to free up time. Anyways, I had all my videos done really early yesterday. So nice. Yeah, this setup for this house makes it much easier now for me to get more videos done in a shorter period of time. So I'll be able to do more of the draft profiles this year than last year.
I think the Red Wings will do fine without the top 2 picks.
Yeah, they've got Edmondson coming over. Not only that, but we've seen that Yzerman's very good at picking outside the top 2. He's pretty good at getting value wherever he drafts.
Love your work. Do you think the Wings will pick Barry Trotz as head coach?
I think there's a lot of teams that'll be in on Trotz right now. I do think that my early picks would be, does it mean Detroit to be in there? Philadelphia and Winnipeg would be the other 2.
Ray Ferraro versus Pierre Maguire. Who provides better color commentary?
I like Ray.
Not Pierre Maguire.
I may be in. I know there's people who don't like Ray Ferraro. I think Ray Ferraro's entertaining. I think he's good.
Like Pierre Maguire, though.
There are times where Ray kind of goes off on tangents, but he's pretty good.
Comparatively, though.
No, there's no comparison.
Right. And listening to Pierre is kind of irritating sometimes. Googled hockey podcast 1 year ago, came across you. Hooked ever since. Keep it going from Newfoundland. That says Newfoundland.
Yeah, you can't.
I was just reading it.
I know I'm half Newfie, so I can say Newfie. I was surprised when I found that was really offensive to some. Like, who gets offended by? They call themselves Newfies.
I've never actually heard anybody be offended.
There you go.
My contribution to the Yvonne Needs a Raise Fund, since she has kids, rabbits, and cats to take care of, including the big kid with all the jerseys. I know, right?
Wow, way to kill my microphone.
Okay. Can I see the board, Shannon, please?
Yep. See, and then I just step right out.
Your big head is in the way.
I just step right out. See, and then
it's usually my head that's in the way, and then people like to complain about it.
I'll move this, and I'll move that.
Are you? No, I know exactly what he's doing, Shannon. I know. Yep, your head's gonna appear above that, aren't you? Yep.
What? No. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways.
Can I write from this angle? Not really.
No.
Not without hurting myself.
You'd have to reach really high up too. Yeah.
I can kind of reach around, but you don't like that.
Okay. Moving on. Okay.
That wasn't me. That was TEG. Right. I don't get up on.
Lost faith in LL. I'm not sure who that is. Who do you
Lou
think?
Lamoriello.
Oh, okay. Who do you think will be the next Isles coach?
I have no idea where Lamoriello's going to look. If anything, in his time in New Jersey, I learned he's really unpredictable. But he does fire coaches. We always get upset.
That's what I was thinking too. That's going to be the thumbnail. It's going to just pop up of Shannon behind the board.
But in the end, Lou Lamoriello normally knows what he's doing when it comes to coaches. So I'll be interested to see who he goes with.
Just a statement. Trotz back to Nashville, please. What an embarrassing crud show.
I would love to see Trotz back in Nashville. I think that'd be great. I don't know that necessarily happens, but I would love to see that happen.
Oh, somebody likes your pajamas. It's nice. No, this is his grad gown. So there you go.
Pajamas.
Hot take, Montreal trades their first overall pick to Arizona for their first round pick next year.
Yeah, no. Nope. I don't think Montreal would dare to trade a number 1 overall pick. And B, next year's top picks, nobody's trading one that could become Connor Bedard. Not going to happen.
You need to upgrade to a digital smart board. Shannon's too old to be making changes like that. It'd make him confused.
You mean like those ones you see at a car dealership that like scrolls across with like sales, that kind of thing?
No, there's
Should I have
boards that
something
are
like
like Malachi has the little one that you can write on it, and then you just push a button and it'll delete it or whatnot.
Oh, I had one of those when I was a kid. You draw something and then you shake it over your head like this.
No.
Is that what that is? I didn't know that was digital.
No. Okay,
Because
anyways,
you just have the little turny knobby things, and then you draw like a house. And you're like, look, I made a house, and then you shake it, and then it's gone.
Anyways,
I could get one of those.
I'll watch you while my boss thinks I'm working.
There you go. That works. Won't be the only one either.
If a team needs structure, equal to Devils equals Trots.
The thing with Trotz, he does have a reputation when it comes to the young players, and the Devils need somebody who's going to work really well with the young players. So whether it's right or wrong, the reputation Trotz has with young players might put off a team like the Devils.
As a Colorado fan, I loved your comments about Mark Mosier from Altitude. He is an interesting guy on the radio as well.
I get a kick out of the Altitude broadcast because if the other team scores, they scored. It's sort of like, yeah, whatever, stupid hockey. I hate hockey. I don't even know why I'm here. You can just hear it in their voices. It's so funny.
Any meetups planned this year?
We haven't planned anything at this point. We're just trying to get this finished. Once we've got the move finished and everything, and then we're planning trips for later this year. And there's other stuff going on.
Haven't gone anywhere in forever.
No. So we're trying to get everything planned, and meetups would have to wait until the NHL schedule lightens up, because I watch every game. So on weekends, they make sure there's hockey all day. They didn't used to do that. I used to be able to have the meetups early in the day, and then the games that start in the evening.
Yeah.
But they've done away with that. So not much I can do until the schedule lightens up.
If Carolina blows the series, what happens?
I'll be interested to see, because Carolina has a really good team. They have a very good team, and there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to beat Boston. There's no reason they shouldn't be able to get past the next round as well, whether it's the Rangers or Pittsburgh. But if they don't, I mean, we know Brindamore's not going anywhere. Their special teams have been pretty good. I don't know what you change. I would imagine there'd be some minor deals here and there. I don't think there'd be any big changes, though, because I don't think they need any.
Reasons Florida doesn't drop interim tag for Bruno?
If Florida loses in the first round, and if they feel like Burnett's coaching is a problem there, then I could see that being a reason that they would go out and find somebody else. But I don't think there's much chance of that.
I was told I missed a super chat, so I'm trying to.
Is that one?
Oh, yep. If you were in charge for the Kraken, what do you do with Grubauer, Drager, and Decord?
I would. That's a tough one. I would probably stick with Grubauer for another season. I might check the market with Drager and try to get a cheaper backup option, and just cross my fingers and hope that with improved defense in front of them, the Grubauer's numbers get better.
Really quick?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. You need to take that call. Most underrated player, Steve Thomas. Opinion. I think I already did a Steve Thomas video too. Yeah, Thomas was a very good one for a long time. He played for a very long time. Old school Lou in Long Island, puts himself behind the bench. Also, who'd you go with for GM in San Jose? Who I would go with for GM in San Jose would be somebody that understands they need to do a rebuild. San Jose's made it clear they don't want to do a rebuild, so that's a problem. I guess we'll see which direction they actually want to head in. Maybe they say one thing publicly and it becomes something else privately, but at this point, I would think they'll look for somebody with experience. They're going to look for somebody who could help turn things around. Maybe Mike Gillis's name comes up, right? Mike Gillis's name comes up every now and then. Maybe it comes up here. I'll show my age with an Etch-a-Sketch reference. They're a fantastic digital board. Do I think the Pens have a legitimate shot at the Cup? I have said for years, I never rule out a run by Pittsburgh. I don't vote against Pittsburgh. It's why when other people were picking them to miss the playoffs, I said, nope, they'll make the playoffs. It doesn't matter. They're Pittsburgh. So I don't ever rule them out. Okay, we already got that. Lottery starts at 3:30. Ever come to PEI? I've talked about doing an East Coast swing. At some point, we have to. Would I ever consider growing a playoff beard? No, I look terrible with a beard. I mean, unless I was going to do that just for men, but that's No. So I would have to say no. That would not work for me at all. Okay, did it jump again? Or did it stop jumping? I think it stopped jumping. Oh, there we go. Thought on Brad Larson and the Blue Jackets. They'll give him another. I think they'll give him another year. I think he did as well as he could with the roster he had. The Columbus Blue Jackets weren't picked to make the playoffs anyways, so there wasn't a lot of pressure on him. I think he'll be fine. Long shot for Trotz Vegas. I don't think he'd go there. I think we're going to end up in a situation where the instability in Vegas could put people off. What pick for Seattle, if any, worth trading? 4 or 5? Well, I mean, if they lose both, so if the first and second pick end up being, say, Chicago and New Jersey win it, they'd end up at 5. At any rate, they're going to get a good player. This is supposed to be a pretty good draft at the top, and the top 5 guys are all supposed to be very good NHL players. You're just going to get somebody who's less NHL ready if you draft at 5th rather than 1st. Okay, got that.
Did you get all caught up on them?
I believe so. I think so. I don't know that Seattle's going to look to tank next year, but I don't think they're going to be a lot better. We'll see how they spend their money this summer. This could be a very interesting summer for them.
Shannon does not sell his jerseys.
No.
So that answers that question.
No. Why? Does somebody want me to sell my jerseys?
A jersey, yeah.
Yeah. No.
If Montreal gets 2nd or 3rd, will they trade?
No. I don't think they'll trade because 2nd and 3rd are both supposed to be excellent players. I'm drawing a blank on 2. I know Slavkovsky's rated at 3. It's supposed to be a pretty solid draft at the top. Montreal may be able to turn this around relatively quickly if they're smart in the offseason. I don't think there's any need to panic and trade out the first pick.
It hasn't started yet.
Nope, it starts in 3 minutes on Sportsnet, and then that's just the prep.
Starts.
It's the prep, but it has to be done before 4.
Right. To Yvonne's husband. Kaprizov was a 5th-round pick and arguably a little lucky for the Wild. Is luck the only way to build up a team without tanking?
Kaprizov was a very smart pick. What you need is scouts who come in and say, look, I saw this kid. He's really, really good. I think we should take him in the 2nd or 3rd round. And you have scouting reports on him that other teams don't. And the teams that are able to do that are usually the ones that we look back on years later and say they're geniuses at the draft table.
Shannon with a beard, I'm going to have nightmares.
That's not going to happen.
I vetoed that, so
yeah, it's not going to happen.
No worries. Was Seth Jarvis the best rookie this year?
No, but he's underrated. And so I look for him to make gradual improvement each year with Carolina. Carolina doesn't rush their prospects.
Love your content. Go Yotes.
We'll find out in a bit here whether or not they get it.
Which team do your subscribers hate the most?
Toronto. It's also the team that's supported the most.
See, Toronto or Bruins? We see Boston, a lot of Bruins.
There's a lot of Boston hate. There's a lot of Boston hate, and I get it. I think that, and again, it's just, I think there's overexposure that causes it with Toronto on some level, and then with Boston, just guy puts on a Bruins jersey, immediately he's hated. So.
At least the Canucks only moved down 1 spot this year. Maybe we'll finally move up a spot. You're wearing your lucky Canucks sweater, so I'm optimistic.
This is the 6th time in 7 draft lotteries where I've worn this Canucks jersey, so they've never won. So I don't know how lucky that is. If it was lucky, they'd stop being in the draft lottery too. So there's that.
Okay.
Of course, if they'd fired Green earlier in the year.
Where'd you get your The Hockey Guy jersey, and can we get one? I'd love to get one.
I sent you the link for where I got it. It's a company that makes them. I think it was like $40 for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't expensive or anything, and yeah, I really like it. Glad I have it.
We have looked into making Hockey Guy jerseys because we have had a lot of requests for them.
Yes.
But everything that I have found, now if anybody finds it differently, they can send me the link
for the 20...
Hockey Guy email. Yeah, so you have to pre-order them, and then we would get all of the jerseys, and then people would have to buy them from us. And I have absolutely no desire to do that.
And yeah.
So.
And then that as well, then that adds another layer to our tax problem at the end of the year, because then we have to declare GST,
have items
and then we have right now our GST is nothing because we don't sell anything.
Assuming they explain. Assuming they don't win the lottery, should the Sens deal their pick?
They could. They absolutely could. They have a lot of good young prospects. They absolutely could deal their pick this year. Maybe combine it with another player and move up. Maybe combine it with another player and go out and get somebody. They need a top 6 forward, so they might be able to dangle that pick to get a top 6 forward. We'll see what they do.
Love the work you do, Shannon. Do you think Buffalo could get a solid goalie in free agency?
Yes, I think we're going to see musical goalies happens regularly now in the NHL. I expect it again this year. And maybe Georgiev will be available from the Rangers. Maybe they'll make a move because Georgiev, I think, could be a starter. So maybe Buffalo can work something out with them.
It skipped.
What did you do?
No, it skipped to the bottom. There we go. Do you own any jerseys that you don't think you can wear anymore? I have a 1980 Tretiak Soviet jersey that I don't think I can wear for quite some time.
I mean, I have jerseys that I know I can't wear in live streams.
Yeah.
I have jerseys I know I like even just innocuous simple things like I have a Brad Marchand jersey. Well, I haven't found the right reason to wear that Marchand jersey in the video at this stage. I thought, oh, that'll be funny. I'll find a funny reason to wear it. Haven't found it yet. I've had the jersey for a year and a half. There are some jerseys I have that I know I can't wear. I mean, for political reasons, the Russian jerseys right now are not an option. And then there's others. There's my Islander Tavares jerseys. I don't know when I'm going to be able to wear those without an Islanders fan saying, and he's trolling us. So
right.
It's sad because that New York Mets one with the name on the front, it's black, the Black Islanders, where it says Islanders across the front, slander if you fold it right. I think that's a beautiful jersey, but
I don't.
You don't like it.
No, I don't. Not a question. I used to work as a meat cutter at Save-On in Abbotsford. We got CWF meat on the regular. Love to see a blue-collar guy in hockey commentary market.
Yes, we served Abbotsford. What were the store numbers? 903? I want to say 903 and 910. I don't know. Because we used to have to know the store numbers and then we would know where they were going. So you had to know, all right, so this is this store. And so we would have, okay, this truck's going now. So we would have to know which stores we had to stock up immediately. And then it would be, we had like stacks and it would tell us where they were going. And of course, a lot of the times it was Alberta stores because that truck had to get out as soon as possible because he wanted to get them through the pass. So, but I want to say it was 903 was Abbotsford. I want to say, I don't know if anybody from shipping is on the live stream. Why are you on? Oh, I guess you guys would be off work by now. So, hey,
was Cole, is that Sillinger?
Sillinger, yeah.
Good or amazing this season?
Sillinger was very good. I do think that Sillinger is going to be a very useful two-way forward for Columbus. I don't think he'll ever wow us with his goal scoring, but I think he's going to be very good.
Hot take, Bergeron wins the Calder next year.
That would be a hot take because Bergeron can't win the Calder.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, there's all the GMs are remote. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. What happens if the Coyotes can't sell out ASU? Oh, gosh. Time to relocate if you can't sell out 5,000 seats.
I'm sure they'd find some excuse for it. But that's my thought, too, is, okay, now they're in a small building. They have to sell this out. And they can't be giving out free tickets. It can't be if you go to an Arizona State game, you get the Arizona Coyote tickets for free. There can't be any of that. It has to be 4,700 people bought those tickets to get there.
What's the Flames' biggest need? Would Shannon be allowed to wear a Santa Claus style playoff beard? I don't think Shannon could have a Santa style playoff beard.
I look like an old 1840s prospector. I'd be more likely to have a pickaxe over my shoulder and talk about tarnation and golden them our hills than I would to actually make that work as Santa Claus. The Flames' biggest need right now, just that patience. They showed the patience against Dallas. Ottinger is very good. He's not Hasek. He will eventually have an off night. They need to just stick with it.
I don't like Pittsburgh. Guess my team right now. Who needs to step up for Toronto to win the series?
Matthews has to show the leadership. I know Tavares is the captain and he makes a lot of money, but it really is on Matthews. Matthews needs to put him on his back and say, all right, we're going. Every megastar in the NHL has had that playoffs where they put a team on their back. Ovechkin did it. Gretzky, Lemieux, Crosby. If Matthews wants to be in that category, he's going to have to do it.
Oh, and it skipped
Jumped
again. How do you think Caulfield will perform next year?
I would expect 30 goals from him.
There we go.
I would expect 30 goals from Caulfield, minimum.
Thoughts on Kuzmeskov and the Canucks?
Kuzmenko.
Oh, okay. Kuzmenko.
I would like to see the Canucks pick him up. All the scouting reports sound good on him. I would love to see the Canucks pick him up. You don't have to draft him. You don't have to trade for him. It's a free pickup.
Wish the Stars could grab Trotz.
On some level, I do too. And that's the thing. With Dallas making the playoffs, Rick Bowness comes back next year. I can't see them getting rid of Rick Bowness.
Should I be excited for the Sabres? Also love the content. Have been a fan for 2 years.
Yes, I did the video, I think it was yesterday, on the Sabres, on them missing the playoffs. I really think there's every reason to believe that they're going to be better next year. Maybe not playoffs, but they're going to be better.
You've said you're a fan of metal. Do you have any of the hockey jerseys from Puck Hockey?
You got me that
for Christmas.
one.
I got him a ministry jersey and a matching hat.
So if we ever go to a ministry concert, I'm set.
Of the bands they have, though, they don't have a lot of the metal bands that we listen to.
Which is too bad, because Rammstein, you can make a great hockey jersey for Rammstein.
I do look every once in a while to see what bands they have, but most of their bands that they do have aren't really bands that we listen to. So
are we going to go through all 16 GMs? Oh my gosh, they are.
It's going to take forever.
Okay.
Why NHL isn't discussing Russian players? Do they return after summer break? Sent mail to 32 thoughts. Got no answer.
I answered this on the Patreon members chat the other day. And my answer was simple. They're millionaires. They'll figure it out. Millionaire hockey players will figure it out. And whether that's applying for permanent residency in the US or in Canada, they'll figure something out. I don't see a situation where Russian players won't be playing again. And the thing is, this is veteran players. It might be different for rookies coming in. That might be more difficult because then they'll be applying for their initial visa. But I don't think that veteran hockey players should have a problem. I would be very surprised if they did.
Do you think Winnipeg will be interested in Trotz?
They better be. He's from Manitoba. And then, see, you'd have your bald husband and you have a bald coach for your favorite team, and so much baldness. You know, you'd be so excited.
I can tell when it's about to skip, and it's really frustrating.
Well, then you got to smarten up.
Love from Japan. Hope the move went well. Let's go, Bruins.
It's not done yet. No. It's still going on outside as we speak.
They're unloading a truck right now.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I got that one. And got a Vegas jersey from Ben H today. Can't wait for it. Also, remember when you wore my Marchand jersey on a live stream? Go Yotes and Bruins, baby.
Well, at some point, I'll probably take the Marchand jersey to like a meetup for street hockey.
Yeah.
Because I've got the jerseys with my name on them, but I could do a Marchand. Maybe for like one part of the game, I'm going to be a dick. So I'll just put on the Marchand jersey so I can go around slashing and hooking and chirping. And Jordan would have to be out there, though, for that.
There you go. Thanks for all the hard work you do. I've been a fan for years of your work. Honest question. If you had a genuine, real chance to work for an NHL club in upper management, would you take it?
And it would really depend on the job. There's not a lot of job security in sports. And then there's the matter of what would I bring to the job? Like if somebody was going to offer me any job, I'd ask myself, is this a job that suits me and my skill set? And if the answer was no, I would have to say, I think you should look at somebody else.
Blue Jackets.
Kirill
Marchenko for Calder.
Marchenko? We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, who does Montreal and Arizona pick if they get the second overall pick instead of the first? Love your stuff.
See,
makes my work.
I am a big fan of Slavkovsky. I'm going to look up Slavkovsky. I like a lot. I think he's going to be good. Oh, there we go. 20. No, not that's not it. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah, I like Slavkovsky. I'm blanking on the name, so I'm going to grab that here. Logan Cooley is the other one. Logan Cooley is supposed to go at number 2. Nemec Nemec. That's the one I was trying to think of. I saw him at the World Juniors. Really liked him. And he play at the Worlds as well. Anyways, it's gonna be a good draft. I think it's gonna be a fun draft. Oh man, if the Canucks drafted Rutger, if that was the name of the player they drafted, Rutger, I would have to have a Rutger jersey. I'd be at the crowd yelling, "Go Rutger!"
That's his last name.
McGroarty.
First name McGroarty.
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 Rutger McGroarty. Oh, please make him a
man.
Canuck.
Okay. Anyway,
He sounds like a Bruin though.
How far do you see Montreal rebuild versus Seattle, Arizona, or Buffalo? And is there a goalie in the top 15 this year, or at least a good first round pick one?
The goalies, I haven't seen a lot on goalies yet. I think that we'll probably see one. I mean, you got to think second round. There might be a first rounder, but I haven't heard anything about like a big name goaltender this year as opposed to previous years. But somebody will surprise us with where they pick a goaltender. As for where teams are in their rebuilds, Montreal technically would just be kind of getting into theirs, whereas Buffalo, I think, is ready to come out of theirs.
This jersey always hurts my eyes and my heart. Okay, could Domingue get the Pens to the finals?
My answer to that would be no, but I would not have foreseen Domingue being able to outduel Shesterkin. That is the storyline of the playoffs so far. It's been absolutely ridiculous.
They do always draw this out. That's why when Shannon was saying 3:30, I was like, they start at 3:30. It's never.
Yeah, but they have to have this done before 4:00 because that's when Boston and Carolina get started.
True.
So they can't draw this out that far. They just get the Doritos commercials and all that stuff.
So then, what bands do you listen to? Good ones.
Well, we went to Slipknot last month.
Yeah.
We're going to Rammstein twice in LA in September.
Yay. Tool.
You want to see Korn?
Great.
I've never seen Tool.
Love to see Korn.
Yeah.
Lots of bands.
And then you love Linkin Park, but I never got a chance to see them before Chester's sad passing.
Park. And Metallica, that was.
And then,
concert.
I mean, if I was a lot younger, I'd probably be going to Billie Eilish concert, Dua Lipa concert. Dua was here a couple weeks ago. Billy was here not long ago, but there'd be a lot of, well, whose dad are you? Oh, crap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I do tend to listen to a lot of pop music when I'm doing my treadmill, which I know Yvonne's a big fan
pop. I was like, what? You listen to what?
Pop music.
Yep, I got it. Let's check a second. Calgary, Dallas. 2-2-7-7 +1. PS goal versus +1.
Empty net goal.
Yeah.
I think that I still think Calgary's going to win that series too. And I say that as a Dallas fan. I think Calgary's the better team. Last night to me said Calgary's the better team. And Jamie Benn's out there gooning it up. That's not what they're paying him $9.5 million for. But I've complained about Jamie Benn before, so it's not really news if I'd be complaining about Jamie Benn in a playoff series.
Bald is beautiful. I love it when Shannon shaves his head.
I need to do that again soon. I know.
I do like it when Shannon cuts his hair really short. So
why does it look like snowflakes on the side of her jumper?
I saw that it's
like a doily pattern.
It looks like a lace.
It's weird. Anyways.
Ever deciding to go to Dallas anytime next season?
I had talked about us going to Dallas because I think it's Spirit or Alaska that they go to Vegas and then Dallas is the next jump. And it would be easy for us to take a trip where we go to Vegas to Dallas or we go to Dallas and then Vegas and then come home. It'd be a very easy trip, relatively speaking. So eventually that will happen. I just don't have a time frame. The whole pandemic threw everything off for 2 years. So just everything thrown off. Will
you be adding any more animals? Go Devils.
Once this room's set up, I could put all the bunnies down here.
We have a lot of animals.
We got 6 rabbits. So I could just bring them all down here once we've got it all set up.
Though 6 rabbits is
easy.
Not as hard as it sounds like it would be.
Because they just all sleep in a pile.
They do. They actually sleep in a pile. It's really easy to have.
Yeah,
6. It's not harder.
It's
than
not
2.
like cats or dogs at all.
No.
6 cats would be
oh my gosh,
horrific.
No.
Absolutely horrific.
No. Okay, 7 months and still haven't reached a deal on a long-term extension. I want off this bridge contract soon.
That's what I titled that level at.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right.
Patrick
Okay.
Alvin looks completely
There we go.
bored. Oh, okay. So here we go. They've started the picks.
There you go. You think the Rangers have any chance on getting back in this series?
They have a chance. As long as they have Shesterkin, they have a chance.
I like this jersey too. Okay, Shannon, I thought I was in your way. You're being a dork. Oh my gosh. Are you done?
Nope.
Okay, this is going to push me off the stool. The 16th overall selection belongs to the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, 16, 14, 15. See, nothing's changed yet.
6 rabbits for now. No, all of our bunnies are
They're all fixed.
They are all fixed.
They've all been spayed and neutered.
At least Shannon doesn't listen to Taylor Swift.
Number 12's Columbus.
Hey, is Josh on here?
Probably.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, would Bedard be first overall in this draft?
Oh, absolutely. Bedard is fantastic.
Okay. I'm a Luukkonen fan. Do you think he will be called up for good? Hot take. I think Hart will get traded this offseason.
I do think Luukkonen is going to be one of the regular goalies next year. I would prefer he was the backup or a 1B option. I hope they don't just throw him into the fire.
Shannon definitely does need to see Tool. I have seen Tool several times.
Well, you need to see Rammstein. You've never seen them live. That's why I got 2 shows back to back and on opposite sides of the stage. That way she gets the maximum experience.
That'll be fun. Who goes further, the Avs or the Penguins?
Oh, the Avs. I still have the Avs as the one that's going to win the Stanley Cup. I still think they're the best team.
Rammstein is one of the best shows I've ever been to. It was in Denver a few years back.
People who don't even like Rammstein enjoy their shows. Like, I've been at concerts twice now with Rammstein where I was near people who had never even heard of them. They really enjoyed the shows because of all the fire.
Going to Hailstorm tonight with my dad. I got him and I tickets for his 49th birthday. Hailstorm is fun.
Lizzie's voice got me pregnant at that one show.
We've seen Hailstorm live. They were really good.
Lizzie Hale is fantastic. Her voice is ridiculous. All right, so nothing has changed yet. We're up to number 8. Detroit's number 8.
Okay.
Number 7. Ottawa. Still no changes. Imagine if there's no changes. It's just all exactly as planned.
No, they'll finish the draft up pretty quick. That's why they take forever, because it's so quick.
Because it's fast. They'll go to commercial before 2 and 1 though.
What was your opinion on WWF wrestler known as the Goon? Go Devils.
You know, the funny thing is, I know the Goon was during the period where I watched wrestling. I don't remember ever seeing him. So yeah, Columbus gets number 6. Columbus is at 6 and 12.
Okay, get that one. Yeah.
Number 5's Philadelphia. New Jersey's jumped into the top 2.
There's Josh.
New Jersey won another draft lottery. New Jersey won it again. They're number 1 or number 2.
Oh my god.
Oh man, if you add Shane Wright to that group with Jack Hughes and Sharagovich, oh man. Seattle's number 4. So Seattle drops to 4. Here we go.
9 Inch Nails is such a good live show. We haven't seen them live. That would be
I haven't
awesome.
seen 9 Inch Nails either. I
Who's
really want to see them.
better, Tool or Perfect Circle? Tool.
Although we've seen Perfect Circle,
which was
we
great.
went to the Perfect Circle concert. That was fantastic.
We do really like Perfect Circle. The kids.
Well, we know New Jersey's top 2.
I think our kids prefer Perfect Circle over the.
All right, they went to commercial. So the top 3 are New Jersey, Arizona, Montreal. One of Montreal or Arizona is dropping out of the top 3. New Jersey's going to get a top 2 pick.
Forget about Rammstein. What do you think about Nightwish?
Nightwish is great.
Yeah.
I think we have a couple of their albums, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
like Lacuna Coil. Lacuna Coil is very good too. They have an announcement coming up the next couple of days, I think.
Maybe they have a new album.
I would think so, and maybe a new concert. I wouldn't mind seeing them in concert.
Okay, I think I got caught up. I think.
Good for you, sweetie.
Okay.
I'll give you a shiny nickel.
Ooh, a nickel. Is New Jersey the new Edmonton?
No, you know what? New Jersey, I thought was playing better at the end of the season. Man, you add Shane Wright to that group. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is because Holtz should be up next year for the full season. Even if Holtz busts, they're still in good shape because if they draft top 2, like if they get it's either Cooley or Wright. Man, that's fantastic. Or Slafkovsky because they have so many Europeans. Slafkovsky could fit right in there.
It's too bad. Flyers could have really used number 1.
Oh, absolutely. But the Flyers end up at number 5 instead.
Oh, thoughts on Ghost. That's a fun concert.
We saw them in concert. That was
They're
great.
so fun.
That was amazing. Tobias is so good with the audience. He is such a good host. It was this fantastical, almost like 80s level show with how over the top he is. I really enjoyed Ghost.
Yeah, they're fun.
Okay, so who's going to win Okay, Yvonne, what's your pick? Do you think Montreal or Arizona went number 1?
Montreal.
You think so?
Yeah.
And then Arizona drops to 3?
Yeah. That's my guess.
That'd be a fail for Arizona if they drop to 3. Arizona would not be happy if they drop. Well, like I said, the top 3 in this draft are pretty good, but still, Shane Wright's the prize in this one.
Okay. Should New Jersey get a defenseman?
They won't get one in the draft. I would say in free agency, absolutely. Their goaltending, and again, there was injuries galore. They went through 7 goaltenders. Their goaltenders and their defense didn't do them any favors. They know how to score goals this year, and clearly they're going to get somebody in the draft that can also score goals. So, yeah, things look pretty good right now for New Jersey for next year.
Anyone but the Devils, please.
Typo Negative's fantastic. Never saw them live.
I'm not.
She's
really
not a fan of Typo Negative
no.
because not everybody's perfect. What?
I'm not really.
You don't think my musical tastes are perfect?
No. Shannon likes plenty of things that I do not.
I will queue up Laura Branigan.
I saw Hailstorm in this moment and New Year's Day a few years back.
We saw in this moment at the Slipknot concert.
Ago? Yeah, oh. They're great.
Okay, the number 3 pick.
That would be fun with Hailstorm, though, eh?
Number 3 pick is Arizona.
New
the
Jersey.
Coyotes are at number 3.
New Jersey trades for Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, Vancouver's not trading Quinn Hughes. That's not going to happen. I mean, if they want to trade Shane Wright for Quinn Hughes, maybe, but I don't think anybody would do that.
In this moment was good, but the sound engineer killed my ears. That's obnoxious when
we didn't have that problem within this moment.
No, but we've had other concerts that we've been to that
Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah. The number 1 pick is Montreal. They get Shane Wright.
Stone Sour. That one was bad.
Oh, yes.
That I think was probably the worst we've seen.
Okay, so there you go. What has changed in this draft lottery? The top 5. Montreal's going to draft first. New Jersey drafts second. Arizona's third. Seattle's fourth. Philadelphia is 5th. If you cheer for a team that drafts between 6th and 16th, nothing changed. So there we go. Montreal will draft first overall. Get Shane Wright jerseys. Get them all ready to go because Montreal's grabbing Wright. And now they're pointing out the first number 1 draft picks. It's the first time they've had it since 1980 when they drafted Doug Wickenheiser ahead of Denny Savard, which was not a popular decision at the time since she's never heard of Doug Wickenheiser. So, you've heard of Denny Savard, though.
Yes.
The Savardian Spinorama. So, eventually he became a Hab.
Have you lost weight? I don't know.
During the move, I don't know if I have or haven't. I don't think so. But, I mean, I jog on the treadmill as often as humanly possible. I did 5 1/3 miles yesterday. So, and now it's easier for me because I can just go out the door right after and just walk around and walk it off. And it's it's nice. So
Favorite and least favorite jersey matchups in these playoffs is the least favorite Toronto. And the Lightning for being the same color. I always thought the Lightning and Toronto games.
Your least favorite.
Pretty.
Your least favorite would have been Colorado and Nashville. Your favorite would probably be Minnesota and St. Louis.
That's fun.
See, my favorite would be Boston and Carolina when Carolina's wearing the black jerseys. I think that's an absolutely gorgeous game. I love those black jerseys for Carolina. They should be the regular home jerseys. I do like the Kings and the Oilers when the Kings are at home.
Yeah, it depends.
I'm not a fan of the Oilers orange or the dark blue with
It
the
depends
orange.
on what they're wearing.
They need to go back to the old colors.
I like the Leafs and the Lightning, though. I think it's pretty,
Yeah.
even though they're both blue and white.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
I'm trying to think. My least favorite would, Flames and Stars is gorgeous. Man, least favorite's tough. I might go with you. Nashville and Colorado might be my least favorite too, just because
Those colors don't go together.
I'm not a fan of the
either.
yellow Predators. The white one I'm okay. The white one's nice. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow. It needs some more blue in it, something to break it up.
It is so bright marigold. No. Anyways, but I don't like Nashville jerseys.
Address all of your hate to Yvonne at THG. It's
People
not really his
like
fault.
to tell me how much I'm wrong about not liking.
That's on her.
Nashville.
You wouldn't be a fan of the Rangers Penguins series for the jerseys either.
Nah. I also really don't like Islander jerseys, and people get mad at that too. So
that's okay. I did a power ranking once of all the jerseys.
And people told you how you were wrong.
I could do that again now that all of the jerseys are in here and I could really rank them all. I could totally do another power rankings of jerseys, and then people could tell me how I hate certain teams and I'm biased.
Clearly.
I haven't had that in weeks, so I'm kind of missing that. So anyways.
Right.
All right, there we go. Okay. Montreal's drafting first.
Okay. Caught up there.
We all set?
No, I was just scrolling back to see where I was. The Savardian Spinorama was is that Sergey?
Serge. Serge did it first, but Denny made it really famous with My Generation. So we think of it as the Denny Savard Spinorama. But yeah, it was Serge Savard did it first.
Who do the Devils take for second? Go Devils.
Cooley. I think Logan Cooley's the one they're going to take. That being said, that would drop Slafkovsky down to Arizona. I don't think they'd be concerned. The difference between Slafkovsky and Cooley comes down to really opinion on what your team's looking for. They're close. I'll start doing draft profiles. I'll say a week from now, I'll start doing draft profiles. I'm going to aim to do 2 of them a day. I might be able to do 3, but I'm going to try to do 2 per day.
Shannon's thoughts on Evgeny Kuznetsov's season.
I think he's done well. I think for Washington, I think they, with a 100-point season, did as well as anybody could have expected. I think that for Kuznetsov, I think he's played well. I think that while Backstrom gets a lot of the credit for Ovi's goals, Kuznetsov does a lot to help out Ovi as well. So, I don't think he always gets the attention he should.
Wild going to trade Fiala for the second pick from New Jersey.
It would take more than Fiala. While Fiala may get moved because cap reasons, it's going to take more than that.
Would Bedard go first in this draft?
Yes.
Video idea. What should the home away jerseys be?
I've done stuff like that before on certain teams. I can absolutely do that because, again, people will tell me why I'm wrong. So, with Seattle, it's easy because it's just these are theirs. They haven't had anything else. Vegas would be pretty easy as well. This is what they've got. Ta-da!
Oilers need to go back to the 80s jerseys.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the copper. I would like them to go back to having copper.
See, I would like to see the old 80s design with those copper colors. I think that could be a winning combination.
I would really like them to go back to having the copper in it.
Yep.
That would be really nice. And it's different. Nobody else has copper.
Right.
It's different.
Right.
There's plenty of other teams that have blue and orange.
Okay, which channel is showing? Okay, somebody's showing the Carolina series, right? There it is. All right. Anyways, I'm going to have to get going pretty quick here because we got hockey starting up. I'm going to have to take my copious amounts of notes on the Boston-Carolina game, and then same as on Tampa Bay-Toronto, St. Louis, Minnesota, and then LA and the Oilers. So my night's all filled up. But, thanks, guys, for coming out. We'll do this again soon. And, so thanks for coming out. This is the 7th straight draft lottery that I've done a live stream for. So it's kind of the start of the season for me is starting with the draft lottery. So thanks, guys, for coming out. And we will do this again very, very soon. And, all right. We will do this, soon enough. Promise. Sharks need to go back to the 90s jerseys too. Agreed. And I'll do videos on that kind of stuff soon because I've got the huge wall. Might as well put it to use. Thanks again.
Shane and Ivana.
You're welcome from us.
Trouble.